My name is Malik Bendjelloul. I'm 34 years old. I'm from Sweden, and I made a film called Searching for Sugar Man. I went to 16 countries in 6 months in Africa and South America, looking for stories. And I found like 6 good stories, and this was by far the best one. I think maybe the most important thing when you start on a project is that you think it's so fun that you kind of prepare to do it anyway, even if you don't get any money, even if you don't get any support. You just want to do it. If you retell it, and there are a lot of and thens, you know, and then something else happened, and then something else happened, and all those and thens are pretty exciting stuff. Then you have a good story. And in this film, there was a lot of and thens. It really happened a lot of. Just to retell it, just to, you know, the skeleton of the story, like the fundament of the story, there were quite a few steps that you needed to tell to get the whole picture. When you're in the creative process, you get absorbed. You really get absorbed. You don't. I spent many years on this film, but thinking back, it doesn't feel like many years. I mean. Many years is a long time, and it feels like it was pretty quick in a way, because you really lose sense of time, because it is so much fun, and you're happy. I really think so. It's this kind of playful mood, and it needs to be playful. As soon as someone tells you to do something, you lose everything. You really do. It needs to be a feeling that everything is possible, and you need to feel this is gonna be the best film ever. You need to live in that kind of completely crazy misconception that you're creating something that is really good, and you don't need anyone telling you that this is not good, and you should change this, and you should only if you ask for it. The way I did was that every week I invited people to my house, and I showed it to a new person every week who didn't know anything about the film. When you see the film with someone else, you see the film through their eyes just by sitting there. So you have this. You start writing down stuff. The true authority on your film is not yourself. Even if you spent a couple of years on your film, your opinion is biased because you've been working so hard. The one who sees the film for the first time, he or she is the true authority. That's the real thing. The only thing that really counts is how does this film come across the first time you see it. You don't see films. It's not like music where you actually give it maybe another chance. You only see the film once. What you get from that screening is everything you're ever gonna get. The reason why I worked so hard on this is that it was the first time I did a film, and I think the first time you do anything, your ambition is limitless. You can work for a couple of years if you really like it, because there's no pressure, and it's kind of a beautiful place to be in that kind of first time you're exploring something that you don't know. And in a way, if I'm really going to do something exactly the same way I did it this time, it's actually to do that way, to do something for the very first time. So I will have the same kind of feeling. And there's so much stuff, you could do that you never tried. So maybe I should not do another documentary film. I should maybe do something that is as much as a challenge, or as much of a discovery, or a new feeling. So maybe, I don't know if it's going to be a narrative film, or maybe something completely different. If you do a film that is almost as good as this one, I think you will be a little bit disappointed. I mean, it needs to be more fun and better, and otherwise you'll be just a little bit disappointed. And if you do something for the first time, there is nothing to compare with, which makes it more. I think the work process more full of lust and happiness, kind of.
Cool. I think that's us.
That's it, right? If the human's brain is 99.6% the same as a chimpanzee, then it needs to be 99.99999% exactly the same brain as both Einstein, John F. Kennedy, and Adolf Hitler, right? Scary thought. And Picasso, and Shakespeare, and James Mason. And Rodriguez, right. Of your smile, your easy laughter, of your kiss,
Those moments after I think of you.